Hey guys, this is Lady V. Welcome back to Whole Bright Life. Listen, outside walking around some of my old stomping ground where I had a business at. Business lady. I was hustling, and now, my mentor taught me how to believe God and, no more hustling. But anyway, I have a quick word to share that this place actually reminds me of, and it's for my ladies. I especially want to minister to you right now with this word. So I was watching a movie. I got my hair retwisted. And this movie came on that kind of sort of reminded me about a similar situation that I have faced. And I want to talk to my ladies about the position of convenience opposed to the position of, I won't say the position of promise, but the position of honor, which is the position of promise. So for you ladies who may be dealing with heavy temptation to give in to counterfeit situations, it means people who are not ordained for your life, men who are not ordained by God for your life, not perfect men, hear me out, but for sure, and God has revealed to you for sure, that this is your spouse, your ordained, God-ordained spouse. And if not, then it's what it is. Got to call a spade a spade. It's counterfeit. And in this particular African movie, right, this lady, I don't know the name of the movie, y'all, but she was obsessed with this businessman. And, his wife had just died, right? They don't tell you this till later on in the movie, but you just see how thirsty she is and how hungry she is. And she's, always nicely dressed, and she's voluptuous, as my mom used to say. And I mean, she's thick, and she's seductive, right? And she just knows that she's gonna get this man with her outward qualities, with her looks, with her charm, with her beauty, and with her aggression, which is so not feminine. It's so masculine. And so she would do it anything at all costs. And even though he was telling her, I don't want you anymore, I guess he did have something going on with her, but he was done. And another worker that he had, she was very humble, she was very sweet, she was very soft, because she had been hurt. So she wasn't trying to come after him at all. She just wanted to work, take care of her son, and survive. And so it just reminds me of where I was when I came to this business. Yeah. So I can't say everything right now, but I know one day I will be able to share in more depth. But I was that woman, not the aggressive one, but I was the one who was broken and hurt and self-esteem low, and in a sense I had lost myself in my previous marriage. And this was towards the end of it right here. During the time that I was working this business. And so anyway, the aggressive woman sees the sensitive hearted woman and gets immediately intimidated, right? And she's like being mean to her, you know, treating her like she's less than, you know, saying derogatory comments to her, you know, making her feel unwelcome. And so, oh man, so the boss, right, he sees the woman who's broken and who's hurt, and he starts to take a liking to her, and it's so beautiful what happens, how it unfolds. Yet you have this aggressor, this woman here. And finally, I love it when he sits her down, the aggressive woman, he says, listen, we had something going on, but we no longer have anything going on, okay? You came at me during a very vulnerable time in my life, and you saw my wife was dying. Did you contact us when my wife was dying? Did you call? Did you come by? Did you visit? Did you offer any assistance then? No. You waited until she died, and then you contacted me. I was like, ooh. So then she's looking like, okay, so my timing was off. He said, no, your timing was calculated. My God. My God. Oh, how many can relate to someone in your God-ordained spouse's life that you have been praying for them to open their eyes about, right? You've been praying that they get a revelation, that they see the wickedness behind their back and the wickedness in their heart, this person that does not have their best interest at heart, you know? But God is revealing it. Nothing is hidden with God. Everything is naked before Him, who we have to give account to. And so be encouraged, because all things are working together. All things are working together. Just let it work. Let it work. And you continue to desire the position of promise. What God promised you is better. She got the better portion. Once He dismissed Missy and all her voluptuousness, that she just knew she was. And then I like in the movie where it showed you her thoughts. She was quiet and she wasn't speaking, but then she began to talk, and she was just crying. She was like, nothing I'm doing is working. Nothing I'm doing is working. He just doesn't want me. And I'm like, yeah, he clearly told you, but she just wouldn't leave. So a lot of these spirits, that these women who are bitter, because you can be broken, but then you can be bitter and broken. It's a difference. The other woman was broken and hurt, but she wasn't bitter, okay? She just needed to be built back up again. She just needed to be loved, and she just needed to heal. But this other woman was aggressively, just openly disrespectful and bitter. And so I'm sure if they had a backstory on her, she would have went through some type of abusive relationship as well. But everybody goes through differently. And so you can decide to hate people and hate the person who abused you and continue to carry that hurt and that pain, and then to go out and think that you're going to win a man's heart with your body and with, you know, aggressiveness and seduction. You know, that's wicked. That's not the right spirit, and you won't keep him. Because soon your sin will find you out. And how awful it will be, how shameful it will be, and how hurtful it will be, and you're already hurting. So don't be bitter, be better. For those of you that have been praying for your God-ordained spouse to open up, to wake up, and he's probably in a position of influence. This is a man who's in influence. And so he's in a position where he can help people. And so this is how these perpetrators or these women who are bitter and broken, find them, in a weak spot, because it's not easy to be a person of influence. You got a lot of people who don't like you. You got a lot of things you got to take care of. You got a lot of responsibilities. And so your weight is heavy. Your load is heavy. And so they come along like, oh, I'm going to help you. But the interior motive is greed. Greed, not love. And it's not lasting. It's not pure. Right? So, but God is revealing these things, and we don't have to, put on a show and put on a play. Like, hey, can't you see this going on over here? God is revealing it. He's revealing it. And you stay looking to God, because He has put you in a position of promise, and He has put you in a position of honor. You will be honored. You will be honored. The sweet woman who was just broken and hurt, but had a good heart and was sensitive, He catered to her, and He gave her everything that this other thirsty woman who didn't understand her worth wanted. It reminded me of Hannah and Peninnah. Yeah. When Peninnah was taunting her because she had children and Hannah didn't. Hannah had cried, shed many tears, and yet still could not bear him a son. He said, and Elkanah said, her husband, am I not better than 10 sons to you? But that desire, that position of promise that she desired was to be a mother. And she prayed, she cried, she believed God. And that's what we got to do. We got to stay in a position of honor. Amen. Stay in a position of prayer. Stay in a position of believing God. Because what is seen is temporary. Looks will fade, But a woman who fears the Lord, right? She shall be praised. My God. My God. Keep your head up. It's not always easy to keep a pure heart and keep pure motives, but the reward is greater than you can fathom. You'll have a healthy, I do declare, you'll have a healthy, long-lasting, blissful relationship. Amen. So God bless you. This has blessed me. I pray that it has blessed someone else. Take care. Love you guys. All right, bye.